Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of my God King Boudicca series. In the first part, went really well. We managed to declare war against Germany while his warriors were away, presumably dealing with a barb camp. Our scout managed to pull 2 workers, and we just declared war against Zanzibar, where we have a 3rd worker. So we got 3 workers up already. We took the God King Pantheon, which gives us a lot of production in the capital, got us our policies a little early. And we do have a caravan up, running in and out of Iffy, so we've done everything we can as far as money goes. And there we go, we get our upgrades from declaring war. Let's retreat back into the wooded area. Looks like we're going to be able to kill that, so that's good. Get started on the cotton here. He's coming up to basically secure our next settle position. We had to take this settle position first, just because if we didn't, we would have lost this horse tile to Iffy. In fact, I bought it just to be careful. Oh, and then of course we also found Kilimanjaro, which means the scout, yeah, like I'll show you here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can move 4 tiles at a time as long as the first 3 are in hills, and that's pretty incredible for an early game scout.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Okay, well, Germany's our nearest neighbor, and we have declared war on them, so I think we could definitely use having a friend. Usually when the AI asks for friendship this early, it's because they're about to forward settle you or otherwise do something you might war them for. So this guy is going to clear the citrus. Let's see here, we'll go like that, we'll go like that. And he'll come down here to get started on the horses. Can't do masonry yet because we haven't even finished mining. That will be next turn it appears. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. And we obviously don't want to end up here because we get bombarded, so we'll go 4. Barbarian there. Again, he's here to secure this position, so I'll come here to get visibility. We do not want a barb camp spawning in here, but because our next settle is so far away, it looks like we're probably going to have some darkness in our midst for a bit. So, let's see here. We're basically going to be, we want to secure this hex, but our units can push through to deal with this camp. So let's see here. In fact, you know what? The bombard weakens us so much, we should be able to clear this with the warrior. Next turn he can back up into the city tile, heal up. Encampment cleared for Iffy, so there we go. We got more faith per turn. It looks like 2, so that was a 33% increase in faith. I'll take it. And of course our first 2 settles are both 3 undeveloped forest tiles, and our next settle will be as well. So faith's going to actually be pretty good for a while, and that's great. Okay, masonry will take 8 turns. This will take 7 turns, and then of course the turn to move here, so that's a nice piece of timing. We'll have to radar here just to, oh, apparently I let go of the mouse a little too soon. Luckily it's not a problem. With him standing on the hill, we got visibility here, so I'll come here just to police that tile. Okay, Bombard will take care of this, and it looks like we're going to end up here either way, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Always fun. I love Kilimanjaro on scouts early game. Bismarck has completed Great Library. Well, that's great. He just basically made himself a target. So let's take a closer look at him. He has opened Liberty and only has 1 city. And I believe that noise we just heard of a unit emerging in the prompt to choose production is our next settler coming out. So settling on a hill, taking God King, the Liberty policies, we got a lot of production in the city, and that is a good thing. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? We should try and declare sue for peace with them. Alright, so now he can get started chopping very easy. I think because, let me do some radaring here. I think because we're chopping down here, to go warrior, archer, right into settler might be a little too quick. So let's take 1 turn to whip out a second scout. It's It is time, I would imagine. See one. We'll have the second scout come over and do Kilimanjaro, come back to the coast. So maybe he comes around since this looks like coast, and we find out a little bit more about what's going on around Germany. So 2, 3. Oh, good. Hell, that'll be handy. Let's make our way towards that camp. Same here. Back up into the city tile, heal up. It's going to take them time to give us a worker we can steal because they're going to want to do the wheat first. And then we got to hope that one of these river tiles is their next choice for development. I'm going to roll up my sleeves here. I'm feeling a little warm. Okay, scouts out. We will do warrior next, and as I said, we'll have this scout. Another nice thing about putting the scout out is that in the event there are barbarians coming over from this camp to harass this exposed worker, we have military backing it up right away. He can at least defend until that comes out. So there we go. Happiness is back up to the point you'd want it to be when you're going to settle another city, and so that's what we're going to do. And let's see here. Step, and that way we can kind of armor up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so next we'll be able to come up to this hill and step for 3 once again. Okay, it looks like a couple of our civs that we've met have spare luxuries. Hopefully that's the case by the time we finish the citrus, since it does look like we're going to be getting multiple copies of citrus. Alright, that's an interesting stopping point. Okay, I want to look at this again. Fortify. Alright, the way Fortify works, I believe, is this turn we get a 20% increase, and then next turn it becomes a 40% increase in combat strength. So, but the problem is it's not like alert. Okay, warrior will be on next turn. It's not like alert, whereas like here it would wake us up, because you want to stay fortified to get the additional bonuses. So that's a good defensive position. It's part of the reason why I'm trying to do this whole warrior and archer tag team. Oh! Well, shucks. I totally meant to, like, I thought this was his first move of the next turn. I didn't realize he had one more left. Okay. Well, we can go 1, 2, 3, or maybe 3. Yeah, because I don't want to get this cloud. That was a misstep on my part, but I don't think it's a big deal. Alright, we'll have this worker start heading north to do the cocoa, because the city's about to be settled. As long as we stay on top of those luxuries, we should be able to just go warrior, archer, settler, warrior, archer, settler, until we run out of land. So, Quebec City seeks Carthage. Alright. Is that who we're near in the north? Let me double check this real quick. No, that's Portugal. They have very similar color schemes, so I often get the two confused. Looks like one more turn for healing there, and we will come down here to defend this worker. We can start exploring here. Next settle will probably be here. There's a camp here. It's kind of nice that every single city we go to settle, there's a camp nearby, so we can kind of like push through, and you know, so the military we're sending in that direction is not a waste per se. Okay, he's just going to Kilimanjaro to pick that up because we haven't yet. So I can say, yeah, like that. And we meet Almaty, who has an encampment right there and says they're on fire, which means we can trespass for the purpose of scouting, which probably nice because with that camp here we're gonna have to go a little wide. Oh, I did not want to work at the end up there. Oh, okay, we can come here. That's decent. Okay. Dublin has grown. This will help get that monument up, which will help bring the deer tile in a little quicker, and then we'll switch that over to keep growing. Okay, he's fully healed, so we can just start doing a little dance, keep an eye on what's going on there. Looks like there is a barbarian. Might be heading this way, but it's too late to be a problem. We have military coming out, so that's that. Okay, he said he's going to get dropped next turn. So I'll just have him come here, because it's going to take 2 turns to get here anyways. Alright, and Stonehenge has been built. Sucks, but it looks like we're going to have a religion before they can catch up, so that is good. Let's see here. We're going to drop this city and choose production focus, lock in our best tile, and go monument. And now we have a bombard to help with this newly spawned archer, and we'll go ahead and hit him there. Not enough to kill him, but next turn bombard, and then the archer can get back on the camp. Should be good. Let's see. Horses are finished, and it looks like 3 people are interested. And we got 4 horses, so we can... What I'll try to do here is trade with each one of them. I think just being actively trading with somebody or having traded with them helps diplomatically, so I want to spread this out as much as possible. He only wanted the one, so that kind of supports what I was just saying. Germany's willing to give us full value, even though we declared war. That's pretty good. But she is not. Okay. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a hit on value here just to get the trade going. Hopefully that'll smooth over whatever it is she thinks that she is upset about. Let's see here. We'll come here. Oh, no. Now we're going to get shot. Oh, wait. Maybe not. I don't. Do they plunder and shoot? I don't know. I know they won't step and shoot, but he's probably more interested in plundering that hill, I would think. Yep. Okay. Well, he's got 2 archers and a bombard, so that hand axe will no doubt be... In fact, you know what? Not only will the hand axe be eradicated, but they'll probably start working on this camp. I might be able to clear that with the scout, so... Oh! And the warrior here, relax, so free clear there. We'll step back into Rough Hugru, Edinburgh grew. Okay, so we'll buy the deer tile now. That's good for visibility around here, and it allows Dublin to continue to borrow the cotton tile, which is also a little helpful at this point. Okay, horses are done. Let's move over to the marble just in time for masonry. It's a nice piece of timing there. Might as well do a little extendo here, get a scout and go, oh, they have a worker for us. That's pretty handy. I hadn't counted out the tiles, but it makes sense if one was landed here while they go to develop there. Okay, so that'll be worker number 4 for us. Policy will be worker number 5. So really, we don't need another one from Zanzibar. 5's a good number to have anyways. Whether you're going tradition or liberty. Because you can see here, like, this city, after the marble's done, will only have the deer. This city has a couple deer and a wheat, which I think we'll be able to get to the wheat. Here, 1 deer and a horse. The point being is these workers are going to catch up on these cities pretty quick, like. So yeah, I think making peace with Zanzibar now. And we don't need to stay at war with them as far as, like, practice for our military. Simply because where Germany is located, the fact that they've gone liberty as well, and the fact that after we settle down here, we're going to want to settle like here, maybe, like here. Might be able to pull off something down here once we get up to civil service level, but that might be like post-national college. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Point being is we're probably going to be tangling with them. So we don't need to have a city-state to get our military experienced. I'll go ahead and highlight him. He's the last unit anyways. Take a sip of my tea. Okay, masonry is finished. So I see this guy's ready to finish the citrus. And we have at least 1 more citrus coming. Probably 2. Hopefully 2. Alright, so let's try to trade with her straight up. Maybe this will ease whatever's like got her upset. I'm not sure what's going on there. But it looks like he's got some wine. And he can be pretty erratic, so making nice with him is pretty good. Okay. Now here's a fork in the road, because if we take trapping, we can address those deer tiles as well as build circuses, both things we're going to want. If we take writing, we'll get libraries, which is a little premature. Nobody's ready to build them yet. Capital's busy getting infrastructure up, and the satellites just don't have enough population. I like to not build libraries until 4 pop, because then it's 2 science for the 1 gold. Seems like a better exchange than just 1 for 1. Wheel, we would be able to build roads, which we do have a large number of workers fairly early, but on the other hand, because like I was just saying about the population, building roads now would come at something of a loss. Our gold's doing fine for now, but and then of course bronze working both the Pictish warriors and finding out where the iron is will help steer our settling decisions in the future. So like I said, I do consider this a fork in the road. I think wheel is the way I want to go. I do tend to wait a little too long on roads, and when you're playing Liberty, I think that can be a real mistake. Obviously, we're putting up cities pretty quickly, so we're not going to get to the happiness by city connection policy right away, but it is coming. So, okay, I see that barbarian we saw is coming, so I'll step up on the hill here. We'll have him retreat, and hopefully these two can clear him out on our way down to secure our settle spot and then extend and take that camp. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that works out. Incense. If we settled on top of it, good growth, fresh water, some hills. Might be an okay city spot. Oh yeah, and it would mesh with like a Kilimanjaro settle over here. So if we can manage to get to all that before Germany, that would be pretty super. 1, 2... And I have to assume they're going to start working on this, but I don't need to stick around for it, because I figure we can come around, hit this hill, go somewhere else, so we can dance around this for a second, and if he does whittle that down, we can clear it for the gold. Okay, so in light of our future plans and the fact we just cleared this camp and we mesh fairly well with these 2 city-states, I think what I want to do is start sending these units over here. That way we can get a feel for if Germany's heading this way and maybe react accordingly. So like the next units I can build, maybe we can have like a unit fence or something to that effect. This guy can come up here. I like this. I was going to go here, but I like this place better because from here he can dart off, dart off. The point is to have visibility here so we don't have a camp spawning in our backyard, because the way I'm doing the military and the settles, we're kind of like guarding the borders, not so much the homeland. So we're using the adjacent settles to do the defense of the homeland, and I think that's a worthwhile tactic. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit this. That way, no matter where he moves, we should be able to whittle him down. Obviously, the warrior will be damaged, but the archer can plink at the camp from here, and the warrior can just fortify and tank up. So, there we go. Meet another city-state, obviously not first, because we're a little too late in the game for that at this point. Although not necessarily. One thing I did like about playing with Ancient Ruins on is that sometimes the AI would not find... Oh, okay. We find that there. Okay, it is getting plinked at, so we can, like I said, dance around. But what I was going to say is the AI sometimes misses ancient ruins in their own backyard. Probably go ahead and deal with this wheat, because already, like, I'm starting to feel like we have too many workers. We're about to get the policy one, which can come down and clear the citrus while the settler comes down, probably. Yeah, and so I do think roads was the right decision. After I finish off that wheat tile, like, the workers are going to be somewhat spoken for. Okay, so we pick up this dealer tile, and now the monument is finished, so you can see the policy workers actually coming out a turn sooner. Which is actually probably a little too soon based on what I was saying with the citrus, but we'll make it work. And there we go, we clear this out. So he can heal up while the archer, or maybe we come down to defend the archer. I don't know, remains to be seen. We expedite that, so that's pretty good. He heals. He gets visibility. Okay. Hopefully the visibility he gets from like maybe this hill gives the warrior time. When we start building the next warrior, maybe I have this one come over and help. See, I see hills and hills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. We're able to cut right through without. That is on a hill, so we definitely don't want to stay near this camp. And not only that, but once they clear the camp, since it's with archers, this would just repopulate it. So there's no real point in sticking around so much. Let's see. We don't want to end up here. So 1, 2, 3. And then, is this a hill? No. But we are getting to a point where our scouts are going to meet up. So it might be time for this guy to start kind of like heading back. We shall see. Stupid river. It might be time to actually start walking this warrior this way. Because we can step another 2 turns and still have visibility on the critical tiles. And then when the next worker comes out, he can just jump right here. So I do think getting an eye on what Germany's up to and trying to stop any effort they make is worthwhile. Obviously that's going to leave Cardiff a little exposed, but we're doing real good at keeping... Oh, now look at this. We actually, our borders expanded to contain this guy right when he wanted to sit still and heal. That is perfect. We'll heal at double rate. Antwerp or Carthage now allies. Nearby encampment. Which encampment is that? Oh, okay. We're actually heading that way. So that will bring us food in the capital. Not of particular importance at this point, but we shall see. Alright, so there's a lake here. We'll come here. And since that's not a hill, we'll just come here for the sake that it gets us. We meet somebody else. The Mayans. Okay, so it is good that we came this way. Okay, get started on that cocoa. Heal up one more turn, and we'll get that archer some visibility there. Just keep walking. Alright, I think everything's under control for the most part. There's our prophet. Okay, so let's deal with that first. Now in the past, playing Liberty, I tended to prefer like church property or initiation rights. But I really do want to try Tithe, because somebody had suggested that even playing Liberty, Tithe is probably more gold overall. And even if it's not more gold than the one that gives you 100% first conversion, it's better to have the smooth gold influx than the random bursts here and there. And of course we choose pagodas, because that helps smooth out a lot of the downsides to playing Liberty. There's our policy worker, so he'll start heading down here. You know, we can actually start working on a farm here, because I don't want to finish the chop here until we actually have a city, so that the production actually gets full value in this city instead of just like a drop in the bucket for the capital. Alright, we'll take one more turn to heal him, and then he'll be healed enough he can go support that push there. Okay, he's pretty much healed up, so it is time for him to start walking over. I kind of wanted that Hex dude. I don't want to... Well, if we're going to want it up here anyways, coming up on the hill first. Oh, okay. So Germany wants to settle in this direction. I'm happy to see it. 1, 2, 3. That gets us good visibility. And there's a lake tile here. Other scouts coming up. It might be time for that northern scout to start breaking back counterclockwise. We shall see. But it is good to see the German settler off in that direction, not towards us. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. Full value. 4. Ah, we're probably getting near to Denmark. We'll build the shrine. Tech. Let's see here. We're about to finish the settler. And then we're going to have 2 military units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do writing first. I don't know what she's so upset about, but if we can get like embassies exchanged, then maybe that'll help cool her off. Because because, you know, relations are going to be kind of tight with Germany. So what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to say farm and then interrupt him so he doesn't just finish the farm blindly. Let's see, when the settler gets here, 1, 2, settle on 3. So when the settler lands here, we want him landing here, because then it would be 1, 2, settle on 3, finish the chop on 3. Okay, alright, let's get these guys over there. Oh, we actually have a barbarian nearby, so, okay. And go 1, 2, 3. We'll start heading north at least. I don't know. Workers are all looking good. Hey, look at that. Since we formed a religion, we actually have the high score right now. That is surprising on immortal difficulty, but that's the power of Boudicca. Cardiff has grown. It's nice that these cities are growing fairly nice. Keep that science rolling. Okay, so I would just say warrior archer as before, but since we're tag teaming our warriors up here and we kind of want to push through here, I'm thinking maybe this would be a good time to do archer because then by the time it's time to start building military again, maybe we can research bronze work and then go Pictish. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with 2 archers here rather than warrior archer. Okay, marbles there. Happiness is up. Let's see here. I kind of want to go here, but then if we go on the hill, it's wasted. Maybe we can get through here? Not quite. Oh, but you know what? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Yeah, because that gets a little bit in here. 4. Let's take a peek at Denmark's borders while we're here. He'll come there. He'll come here. I'll just have him keep moving west because we would want to build a wall like 3 units from the lake tile. That'll clear. Ideally, I think we would want this hill because that allows us to just buy right into the cocoa. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this is the best place to seize Kilimanjaro, but it's not a bad one. My only hang-up about doing that is hills. We do have another hill here, though, because you want to have one good... Well, Plains Horse Connect is the one good production tile, so that works too. Again, farm, interrupt. He's coming down. Keep shooting on the camp. Okay. So we'll have him... actually, I want to keep an eye on what's going on up here. Probably going to hit the archer, which would make sense. Yep. Alright. So I'll move here. Oh, okay. Guess we got some tanking to do in the woods. Alright. Ooh, somebody founded a religion. Probably the person that got Stonehenge. Happiness up. And we can do something with this cocoa because we're probably going to get another one, and our happiness is quite high. So he's landing here. 1, 2, settle on 3. So he lands here, chop 2, finish on 3. Should be. I should have radared here just in case, but let's see. Shoot, is that enough? It's not, surprisingly. And we'll just keep doing this. Okay, wheel is done. This worker's on that city. What I can do is, let's have him stand into the... I always try to put roads down in the rough first, just because, say we put a road tile here, and then we stepped and put a road tile here, we could zoom through the trees to put a road tile here. That's not going to apply here, because we're going to start the road tile here at the same turn this worker steps over, and these can both do the western part of the 2 halves, and then each step over and do the eastern part. We'll have a city connection up pretty quick, and that'll be we'll have it up split lickety, and that'll be a 4 tile. After the shrine, we'll probably build a granary here, because if we're not borrowing this cotton, production or the growth here just gets driven in the ground, and we need to get it up to at least 4 pop. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I like all the hills here. That's nice. Okay, so anyways, the cocoa. Let's see what we got here. We have reason to believe we're not going to get full value from her. So let's see.
Hello, King. I'm
This
not
will
the
really
dead.
help as far as having money to upgrade the archers, and then later the warriors, and then later still the Pictish warriors. Okay. 1, 2. Whoops. Okay, so we'll come here. Okay. Actually, let's hit it with the warrior first, because we don't want to occupy the tile. We want to clear the camp so that he'll occupy the tile, which helps us clear it out a little bit quicker, because he's going to need to tank up. We don't know what's back here, and we don't want to be stepping into something that's going to cost us our warrior, if at all possible. Okay. I'd rather use this turn to heal the archer, so let's do this. And what we'll do is we'll have these two swap, have the archer drop back a little. This gets us some good visibility. And with this movement here, it looks as if we should be able to secure a settle on this hill fairly easily with what we can see. And that's good. I'll have him move over here. We're going to get started on the horses next. We don't have trapping yet, and of course we can sell that off. We're going to try to get as much gold as we can, because we are trying to put up roads a little on the early side. But it's actually important because, for example, the road to Cardiff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, because if we go around the lake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. But it gets everybody closer to coming over this way, settle here, maybe come over here, settle here. So having the roads established like this stem here will help expansion be just a little bit quicker, probably. Okay, yeah, I'm satisfied with that decision. I'm not satisfied with that scout being there. I don't want him taking it for us. Dublin demands citrus. Well, I'll tell you what, we are on the way to delivering more citrus, so that works out just fine. Archer number 1 here. Let's go to archer number 2, and then we'll go on to settler. That is a little bit quick on the subsequent settler, but we got a lot of land to grab in an area that somebody else will probably be trying to do the same. So, okay, we do have another scout here. Kind of wanted to get eyes here, but we'll leave that for the other scout, I guess. I don't usually do 2 scouts with Liberty, so I think we're doing fine no matter which direction we send them in. We're meeting city-states and people and stuff, which is nice because we can make friends with everybody but Germany, essentially. At this point, anyways, it does look like Denmark might be our next problem. Okay, we do have a caravan without a destination. Sending it back to Iffy would be the most profitable. Cardiff to Berlin would give us some science at a cost of some gold. And it might actually be worth it, Cardiff to Berlin. Like, we have units in the area, but those units are going to be busy trying to keep Germany out of our the expands that we want. And we might want to have the option to declare war against them at some point. So I don't think sending it to Germany is a good idea right now. So sending it back to Iffy makes sense to me. Could go Zanzibar, but that's not going to accomplish anything. And with this darkness here, it would be particularly a bad idea, I think. So we'll just fortify there. Okay. Get started on horses, make some even more money. And there's our archer. I do want to be able to keep eyes here, but I also want to get as many units over here as possible, because just because we can shield from this doesn't necessarily mean we can shield from this. And the more units we have that way, the more likely we can pull that off. It's a delicate time. I think with our unit wall up here, as long as we keep the melees to the extremities, we should be able to like respond to anything that kind of pops up in the meantime. Okay, I'm glad I Alright, so yeah, we settle the city. Production focus, we're on a hill, so we should be able to play catch up fairly quickly. Monument, and then of course we just chop this down and whoosh, cut that time in half. Very nice. Again, we don't want the scout being able to take that camp, so probably next time. I mean, we could take it now. But this is actually kind of close. It looks like there's a sliver there. No, there's not. So it's almost a guaranteed victory if there is something here. No, I don't want to get caught because we don't have a extraction plan for that warrior. We can't afford to. Darn, this looks like it was recently dropped, so we're going to have to head back. Well, that's fine because we do have that cloud here that I was a little unsatisfied with leaving. So let's see here. We'll head towards the hill. Makes sense. Let's go around the lake top. Oh, luckily that river's there. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now we have time to actually heal up these units. It's too bad we don't have somebody on this hill here, but I think this makes sense.
He who destroyed
Writing. Okay, let's get some eyes on folks.
King.
Get to figure out where he's at. We get to make some nice... Hey, I saw a big red there. Let's double check what that is. They covet the lands you currently own. Okay, that's fine. The one we really want to watch out for is building cities too aggressively, because that's usually a sign that they are going to attack at some point. We're mostly prepared for all of that. I would just be worried about something like Germany and Denmark thinking that at the same time and then responding accordingly. Alright, Dublin's up to 3 pop. This is quite good. We get a good production tile in there, so that city's technically getting off the ground. Alright. We could go either way, because it's going to take us, what? 6 turns to build a settler, 2, so that's 8. So we could research in either direction. It could be trapping, it could be bronze working. I'm leaning towards bronze working, but what I'm thinking is, alright, so there's that, and now we're healed up, and we're going to take it for sure, get some gold. Alright, and there's not another unit here, so that's quite good. Cleared for Quebec City, more food. Unfortunately, we're about to go into building a settler, so that food's not going to matter. Let's see, we'll step up on a hill. Everything's still good there as far as that's concerned. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. And then it looks like if we take a step here, we should be able to see everything. Alright, so we'll just bend the elbow there. Ooh, city borders, okay. Oh yeah, because I had traded with embassies everywhere. So yeah, the Mayans are way over there. Carthage is way over there, so I'm not even sure why they're the least bit upset with us. So in a way, it kind of looks like we're in the center. I would guess towards the east, but... So yeah, I do think having this scout come here and a scout like finish this up probably a good idea. I think we have 1 movement point left here, so let's go here. This is looking like coast, so it might make sense to go like 1, 2, start heading back around. Okay, so the only decision left for this turn is what to research next, and I can see it going both ways. I do think bronze working is the right decision, but we're past the half-hour mark by quite a bit, and I think this is an important decision, so I'm going to just save it here. Thank you guys for joining me. It's really nice that the series is continuing the snowball tradition of the first part. As long as we can maintain this unit and seize this settle spot, and probably this settle spot, I think we're going to be off to an amazing start as far as our friction with Germany. So I hope you guys look forward to that. Please leave a like and subscribe if you feel I've earned it, and I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.